Scanning. Identity authorized. Welcome to the Secret Superhero Club Podcast Network.
Welcome, everybody, to the Animation Station Podcast, episode 201. My name is Josh.
I'm Oliver.
And today, we're going to be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
Yep.
Gotta go fast.
And some chili dogs.
I don't think we can use that. Is that copyright?
I don't know.
If I sing it, is it still like copyright infringement?
So you gotta change the key and the tempo.
I mean, none of that was on key. So.
Exactly. So I think you're good.
But yeah, we're gonna be talking about the Sonic the Hedgehog, the 2020. I was about to say animated film. It's not an animated film.
It's the was a hybrid animation and live action.
Like most things nowadays. Like that weird Call of the Wild thing is supposed to be. Have you seen previews for that?
Yeah, wherever it's everything else is live action, but that dog is supposed to be photorealistic. But the facial expressions, like it has human facial expressions and junk on it.
It's so weird.
But I've heard it's actually not too bad, I think. So I don't know.
Ah, man. Anyway, we're going to be talking about the 2020 Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yep.
Starring
2020 Sonic game.
Is there a 2020 Sonic game?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be.
I it's sad to say I've only played one Sonic game.
Yeah, whatever was just sitting there in a store just to keep people occupied.
I mean, not even that. Like the ones at Walmart, not even that. Like I bought one for my Switch, like Sonic something, the newish one that's out for Switch. That's the one I've got.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're talking about the one with Ben Schwartz, James Marsden, Jim Carrey, and I hope, is it Tika Sumpter?
Yeah, I think so.
I hope I got her name right.
Yep.
But spoilers going for here on out for this episode. Well, actually, before we go spoilers.
We can just say our quick reaction to it.
Yeah, quick reaction. What did you think about the film?
All right, so going into it, I had only seen that first trailer that everybody on the internet like bloody hated, and I was part of them. I was like, this guy looks kind of whack, So I didn't plan on seeing it. Then obviously they went and changed everything. They changed the design of Sonic to be more cartoony and kind of like the standard design that we all kind of like. And I still wasn't wanting to see it, but you asked me to be on this episode or whatever, so I was like, what the heck? I'll go ahead and go. And I had a good time with it. I wasn't expecting much. I was expecting kind of like something like along the lines of like Marmaduke or something like that. But it was, it was legit funny. It's like Jim Carrey is like channeling some of his 1990s self. He was
so like when he's like, "Hello, my rural chum." I was like, really, bro?
Yeah,
he's going like old school Jim Carrey.
Yeah, then he'd have like a few different one-liners, and I'm like, okay, that's good. That's good right there. I might have to use that in real life, We'll talk about it whenever we get to it. But yeah, it's like he was good. It's like our boy James Marsden from the X-Men films and from Westworld. I thought he was good. Ben Schwartz was good. It's like they were all. It's like I don't have too much to complain about, So it's like I came out like laughing a decent amount, and I didn't feel like I wasted any money on the film. So.
Yeah,
that's all I think.
Same. Like I was gonna see it even when the animation wasn't good because I was like, Sonic, who cares? Let's go see it. It's gonna be good. And then they changed it, and I was like, okay, whiny internet people made them change the movie. And then I saw the design, and I was like, okay, whiny internet people, you win this time. But it does feel like it sets a precedent, though. Where it's like people are just gonna complain until you fix it. And I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good, but considering that Jim Carrey tries his best to be a cartoon in the movie or whatever, if you have something that's kind of like a fake cartoon sort of kind of real-ish thing, it doesn't quite mesh.
Yeah.
So it's like cartoon trying to meet a cartoon.
Yeah.
It worked a little bit better this time.
But I mean, I thought it was good. Like I've seen it twice now. I saw it on. I did my civic duty to see it on Valentine's Day, and then I saw it. I saw it today. So, and we are pre-recording this episode. It's the 16th. So yeah, I saw it. I saw it twice. I don't know why I had to say it was the 16th. It seems weird, because the stat that I'm going to say here in a bit won't make any sense if it's not the 16th. But yeah, I thought it was great. Like, I was thoroughly amused with it because, like, really, like, I didn't play any of the Sonic games, but I did watch the Sonic shows that were on Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sonic X, I watched. Sonic Underground, I watched. So like I watched like Sonic stuff. I've watched people play Sonic on like Let's Plays and stuff like that. So I kind of know a little bit of my Sonic lore. So like I knew basically what was going on, but like to me, like this, like it was surprising. I loved all of it. It's definitely a. I give it a nice full price.
Already, it's like for my full rating or whatever, I'd say it's good full price movie. You get if you do get it at a matinee, you get it at a good price, but I'd go full price on it. Like I enjoyed myself. So.
I agree. And be sure and stay the mid credits. There's a mid credit scene. Be sure and stay for the mid credits.
I forgot about that, but I saw it on YouTube.
Okay, good. I was like, I told you.
Yeah, I forgot about that until after I was already at my car. I was like, wait, he told me to stay for that. Like, YouTube.
Oh, man. Okay, so spoilers from here on out.
All right.
So spoiler warnings. You guys got our little not spoilery thing, so go watch Sonic. But anyway, so Sonic. Let's talk cast first. So what did you think of Ben Schwartz?
Ben Schwartz, I thought he did a good job as Sonic. I guess it's like the Sonic character we see here. I guess he's kind of like maturity wise, he's like a teenager kind of.
Well, it's weird because it's like 10 years passed. I'm like, is he like 14 years old? Because he like flosses and stuff, and I'm like, does he play Fortnite? I'm like, does Sonic play Fortnite because he's flossing? But yet, he knows and can quote speed. He loves piano, and I'm like, I don't understand how old this dude's supposed to be.
Because for most of Keanu's heyday and stuff, that was like the '80s, and of course you had the Matrix films and stuff. Well, I guess like if he's just big into John Wick or whatever, it's like that's within the last like 5-6 years or something. So
I guess.
Yeah,
it is weird.
Or that one was a Ronin movie.
He was in what was that?
Was it 47 Ronin?
47 Ronin, yeah. Oh boy. So it's one of those, like, that was the one thing that I thought was weird because I'm like, how old is this dude? Because then you get again, spoilers, you get Tails at the end of the movie. Voiced by, which I thought was amazing, is voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy. And for my Digimon fans out there, she played Sora Takanuchi in Digimon. So like I was watching her when I was growing up because she was my favorite female character in Digimon.
Okay, cool.
And she's voiced Tails for the last I think since 2014. So like in the games and the media, so she's voiced Tails. And it was cool to see that they actually got. I think that this may be one of the. It's probably not the first time, but at least the first time in recent media where a voice actor who is part of like an animated series gets to actually voice her character in an actual live Hollywood movie. Not not like SpongeBob and crap like that. Like, I mean, like an actual, like, voice actor going and being in, a Hollywood movie. Because like, they easily could have recast Tails to be somebody else. But the fact that they could have
got a bigger name.
Yeah, and the fact that
like a live action name.
Yeah, like, and the fact that they are letting the current voice actor for Tails be in this movie, I thought was great. I was like, that's awesome. Like,
that's really cool.
I was very happy. But yeah, like when I always stay for the credits. At least on the first watch through of something, I always watch through the credits. Kind of like as a respect thing to all the people that have made it. Even though they're not there, it's one of those where you're like, I'm going to sit here and watch it because, all these people worked on it. I should at least look at their names, you know?
Yep.
So, like, I always watch those. And so I didn't know there was a mid-credits scene. Because the first time that I saw it, the lights had already gone up. When they were doing like the Sonic, you know, little things during the credits. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay, I guess there's
the little 8-bit like replay of the movie or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I guess there's nothing. That kind of sucks. So I'm sitting there watching it, and then that happens, and I was like, oh boy, I wonder what it like when the circle the circle pops up. I'm thinking one of two things. I was like,
it's either Knuckles or Tails.
Yeah, I was like, it's either Knuckles or Tails. Those were the two things. I was like, because I mean, you kind of see Knuckles' people like at the beginning of the movie. Yeah, like, they're the ones, you know, coming through trying to get Baby Sonic and killing poor Longclaw, or doing whatever they did to Longclaw. She did.
Yep.
I was like, it's either going to be Knuckles, and he's going to be like, bum, 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 type of like, I gotta get Sonic, you know, that type of thing. Or it was going to be Tails. And then when it was Tails, I was like, little giddy Josh was like, Tails! I was so excited.
Nice.
Oh, man. But what did you think about them opening up the movie with, you know, that whole bit where they're like, oh, hold up, like, time out, guys. I bet you're wondering how we got here.
Yeah. It's like, for the most part, I normally don't like that too much, but it's like I just kind of went with it. So it's like it was a flash forward, I guess. What would have made it better is like if he would have said something like, "So just because I'm alive right here doesn't mean," and I'm narrating this doesn't mean that I'm alive at the end of the story or something. Yeah, that would have been funny.
Well, I mean that's because it's kind of like that's what they did in Tangled.
Yeah,
it's just like Flint's just like, this is the story of how I died, and you're like, oh, snippety snaps, and then like you see him like die in the movie, and you're like,
yeah,
brah,
man, yeah, it's like I think it would have been cooler if they did something like that. It's like if they didn't do like the action sequence at the end, but right whenever that bomb goes off or whatever, whenever they're on the road or whatever on that truck or whatever, like whenever that bomb blows up and he's like unconscious for like however many hours until they get to.
He was able to get all the way through to. Well, I mean, I guess they were in California, but still,
or they in Montana.
I think they had just gotten into California because that's kind of when they have that talk where it's like, oh, your best friend. It's like, you call myself your bestie, and he's like, you tucked me in last night.
Yeah, but I do the same thing for my dog. What?
Yeah, like stuff like that. And I was just like, the one-liners in this were really, really good, but I felt they were way. Just like Sonic, the one-liners were way too fast.
Yeah.
It didn't give you a chance. Because, I like seeing it twice, I missed maybe, one or two of them. But then, watching it again, and I was just like, none of these people... Like, the first time, there was not a lot of people, because it was, Friday morning at, 10:50.
Yeah.
But then, today, it was Sunday at 10:30, and there were way more people. It was weird when I'm sitting in the theater waiting, the previews are going on, and I'm sitting there and it's just a bunch of kids movie previews, and I'm like, why are there so many kids movie previews? Oh, it's a children's movie.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that makes sense. I'm the odd one out here. Oops. But there were a lot of kids, and this time I'm glad it was very silent the first showing, because the second showing was not, because a child next to me had dropped his ring pop, and he was very upset that he dropped his ring pop.
Oh man.
I was kind of like, I will find the ring pop and shove it in your mouth as long as you shut up. But yeah, it was one of those it was good, but no, there were one-liners and nobody laughed because they were just so quick. If this movie would have slowed itself down, because this movie's only an hour and a half.
Yeah, about an hour and 40, I think.
It's very short. I'm like, if it would have been maybe 2 hours, you could have stretched things out a little bit and set up a joke a little bit more and then knocked it down.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
That's my one issue. But I mean, if they are going for kids movie, then yeah, an hour and 40 is about a child's attention span, or 30 minutes in and then you drop a ring pop.
Yeah.
and then you're like, ring pop.
Well, it's like yeah, it's like for me, I went to I guess like an 8 o'clock showing or something last night and stuff. So it's like there was a decent amount of people and stuff like that, but for the most part, everybody was pretty well behaved or whatever. So
Sorry to interrupt real quick. Guys, if you hear any sort of like sound, it's because I have a fruity drink from Starbucks and I'm having to whisk it around a little bit. So you may hear some noise. Go ahead, Oliver.
Okay. Well, it's like for the most part, I had a pretty good theater going experience, you know. So I don't have a ring pop story like you did.
Oh, that kid.
Let's see. So, but for my crowd, you know, it's like mine laughed at more jokes than I actually laughed at. So it was like so you might have had like some folks that like pre-gamed or something going into this movie.
I think a lot of people did that. I think a lot of people pre-gamed because they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be bad. Let's get drunk."
Yeah. But it's like it's a movie wherever I mean it's made for kids whatever, but yeah, it's like a lot of the adults in the audience would have grown up with this property or whatever through games and everything, so it's like you hit them too with like the various like with various callbacks within the thing, or you just have like some jokes that are for them, you know. So it's like with Jim Carrey stuff. Jim Carrey was like he like stole a show for me, you know. Jim Carrey was pretty good.
Yeah.
You know.
Like James Marsden wasn't that funny.
Yeah, he's kind of the straight man for Sonic or for Robotnik whenever they're in the scene together.
But he does do some good little one-liners and stuff, which is weird. That's why I'm like, I don't know if it was reshoots maybe.
Maybe.
But there were a lot of times where like his outfit just like randomly changed. Like when he goes in and he's wearing like the super tight San Francisco shirt, and then he changes out of that shirt, puts on another shirt, and then puts on another shirt over that shirt, and you're like, but why? What was wrong with the San Francisco shirt?
It's too skin tight, man.
I guess you I mean, he was making himself a San Francisco treat. But he didn't wear it anymore, and I was like, oh, okay. Bye. Like the stuff like that, but like he had good one-liners. Jim Carrey had probably one of the best one-liners in the movie.
Yeah, it's like one of those that I'll probably use like from now on.
Which one?
So it's like I guess it's talking that one like Barney Fife type cop or whatever.
I'm
that's
glad
there.
We're on the same page here.
Yeah. He's I guess the cop like asks him or whatever is like, oh, do you want me to call him back and try to talk to him about some stuff? He's like, he said, no, just keep being you. Sless.
Yeah, I was like, bro, that's so good.
It's amazing.
It's such a good one.
I know.
Oh man. Jeez, like he did so much good. Like he and James Marsden, like the two of them together on screen, I was just like, yeah, this is good. This is a good dynamic. This is good, like, their enemies' chemistry together.
Yeah. It's like another underrated part of the film, I thought, was that, I guess, Robotnik's, like, assistant with Stone or something.
Yeah, what the heck was up with Stone? I was like, dude, this guy's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like, it's like, I guess, like, Jim Carrey's doing, like, his little dance number or wherever, like, a holographic, like, dinosaur comes and bites his head off.
That was
he's dancing or whatever. And then it's like right toward the end of it, you have Stone, and they're dancing along with him. So what the hell is this?
He's like, "What are you?" He's like, "Oh, I thought you would like a latte with steamed like."
It's like goat's milk,
like steamed like Ethiopian goat's milk or something. And he's like, do I look like a simpleton? Of course I would. I love the way you make them. And I'm just like, that's freaking amazing. And as someone who is not like a huge Jim Carrey fan, I loved him in this movie.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, you got me, bro. This was a good one. You did very, very well.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the last kind of like, I guess maybe like kind of out there movie of his that he's had is like, it's almost been like 10 years or so ago. Was it Yes Man?
Yeah, exactly.
Or something?
Yeah.
More than 10 years ago. That was 2008. Shoot.
Definitely more than 10. Because like I was trying to think of like Jim Carrey movies that I like. Like I don't like The Mask. I don't like the first Ace Ventura. I don't really like the second Ace Ventura. I don't like Liar Liar.
You don't like Liar Liar?
No,
oh my
I
god!
didn't like Liar Liar. Truman Show was good. I liked Truman Show.
Yeah.
And then I didn't.
Grinch?
I didn't really. No, I hated the Grinch. And then I didn't really like. Yes Man was okay.
Yeah.
But then Zoe Deschanel was there, and I was like, oh, why?
So you like her sister better?
Give me somebody.
Emily
oh,
Deschanel?
Emily's amazing. Like, give me somebody with acting, who's not just like the entire time. Like, here's the thing. Like, Ariana Grande reminds me of Zoe Deschanel. Like, have you seen Ariana Grande act?
No, I haven't.
I'm gonna say something. I watched Victorious back when that was on Nickelodeon. That was the first thing that Ariana Grande was in, and she was just like, "Hey, it's me, Ariana Grande," like that, and she was like, "Huh," like talk like that in this really weird voice the entire time, and it reminded me so much of Zoe Deschanel, because like to me they both play like really airheads all of their stuff. Yeah, and I'm just like I don't like that character. I've never been a fan of like the ditzy characters,
like the manic pixie character or whatever that's called. Yeah, I was like she wasn't that in The Happening.
There were so many other things wrong with The Happening.
Yep, quick outrun the wind,
which was edited for home release.
Well, it's like it's there, but it's like in a different spot or something. And I remember because it was like right whenever the wind was coming after them, but it was at a different spot in the movie or something. Yeah, it's like they edited that out, but it was edited someplace different or something like that. I remember seeing it later.
They also so those two dudes, like the two kids that are with them.
Yeah, they get blown away by that one guy.
Well, I mean, like they're younger. I mean.
The continuity. Yeah, like there's like young kids that are with them, but then they become teenagers.
Exactly, and you're like, what? Like, what happened? And I'm pretty sure one of them was a girl at one point.
Yeah,
and it was just like, oh, okay, that happened. Okay,
it's like we gotta kill these characters off. We gotta. And then they changed them out. It's like on reshoot or something like that. It's like this is going to be a whole lot. It's going to be a whole lot more savory if these are like older teenagers or something like that. So change them out.
Yeah, it's like, oh shoot, maybe we shouldn't do that. Okay, we're gonna do it. Yeah. So anyway, other than James Marsden's shirts and everything, I thought they were gonna do something weird, like when they go to the bar and James Marsden comes out and he puts like the thing of food on the truck. I was like, oh, they're going to drive away and that food's not going to be there. And the food was there when they come back. And then when he backs up, the food is there. And like a milk carton falls in the road. And then when you see them driving out, the milk carton's in the road. And I was like, oh my gosh, they actually did it. I was very shocked.
It's like we're all talking about they're not keeping continuity with like insurance, but they kept continuity with like the important things with the groceries.
Exactly, yeah, there were groceries on the car, and that's the continuity.
Yeah, that's the most important one. But I know James Marsden's kind of like like more or less kind of like the straight man in this movie, but he kind of had like any sort of like real like him and Sonic like had combined like the real like heart of this movie. So it's like he's in the small town. He's a cop. And he wants to go on and you grow up seeing all them like cop movies or whatever wherever you're like 24 or something like that wherever. Yeah, he's watching Speed. He wants to be part of like something wherever it's like he can help people out, like life-saving things or whatever, and like helping Sonic out. It's like what's able to fill that itch.
He
for
wants
him,
to wear a vest and a throat microphone and be on a bus to disarm a bomb that doesn't go under 55 miles an hour.
Yep. And be recast as Keanu Reeves.
Be recast as Keanu Reeves. Next, Sonic 2, Keanu as James Marsden. As Tom, whose dentist calls him Tim.
Yes. That was an underrated joke.
That was a very good joke. I also like the name is Dr. Robotnik. My dentist calls me Rob.
Call me Rob. Yeah.
And he's like, all right, Rob Schkowitz, Robotnik Skowitz, or whatever he calls him. Just like there were a lot of really good jokes that they flew over, I think, a lot of heads.
Yeah. On the screening I went to, like I said, there was like folks that there was a decent amount of folks that kind of pregame going into this thing. So yeah, it's like they were in tune with that pretty well. So it's like there was a lot of laughter.
Yeah, I thought the first bit with him, doing the radar gun on the turtle, and he's like, "Hey, slow down. Where's the fight? There are children that live around here." I thought that was a good joke too. I may just be an old man, but I was like, "It's a good joke. I would do that with a turtle."
Yeah.
But yeah, I did like that Sonic was super playful. He's not like the Sonic from Sonic X. Like, the Sonic from Sonic X is kind of a D-bag. Like, he's a super jerk. But, like, this Sonic, he's very nice. He's like a 14-year-old child.
He's one of those things. He's either middle school, first high school, or something like that. He's a very good-natured guy. You might rib you a little bit. Yeah, he's not a guy that like trash talks you like a lot. It's like you might have like a dig or something here and there, but no, it's not. Yeah, it's not anything that's like very mean spirited or anything.
Yeah, I did like it'd be like, it's like, and you shot me. You shot me. That was good. Like there was so many jokes in this that I just loved. Like when he's like, "I don't need you," and he goes out and he runs and he comes back and he's like, As I went headfirst into the cruel Pacific Ocean, I figured out two things. I don't know where I'm going. Saltwater stings. I'm like, those are good jokes. They are very good jokes. And
so he comes back with a freaking fish and kelp on his face.
Like, I was just like, man, it's like there are good jokes in this thing. Like, too good of jokes. And like Ben Schwartz did amazing. He's which is the blue duck in DuckTales?
I think he's
Louie,
Huey,
or
right?
Huey, or
I think
Dewey.
Huey's blue.
He's the blue one in DuckTales.
Yep.
It's like, and he does phenomenal in that. And then, he's like, the main thing I know him from is from Parks and Rec, where he was Jean-Ralphio, and he sounds nothing like Jean-Ralphio. Yeah,
it's like if I didn't know Ben Schwartz was like on the thing, I probably wouldn't have picked him out. You know, he changed his voice enough to wherever. So I didn't pick him out as him. You know. So.
Did you go to that DuckTales thing with me at D23?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I thought so. Yeah. So we've seen him in person.
Yep, we've seen him.
We done seen him with our eyes.
Yep, you waved at him. He didn't wave back.
No, he did not.
But nobody waves back at us.
Nobody waves back. That's the one thing I don't like at Disneyland. Like when you're like on a train or something, you wave at people and they're just like, "We pay too much money to wave," and I'm like, "Wave." But no, like I love the jokes. Like all the little jokes and stuff were really good. There wasn't any like weird animation bits. Like I mean, there were. I take that back. There weren't any egregious animation bits. Mm-hmm. The underwear when he was. By the way, that's also a great joke. When he's in the bag, and I was it's like is your child in that bag? It's like no, I mean it's not. It's
a child, but it's not my child.
Mine.
Yeah, then those folks like look at each other and they just walk away. I was like, oh, one underrated thing about this movie, I guess, is that there's like jokes like that wherever it's like you'd expect like Popo to show up, but then it's like the guy's like listed on the TV as a domestic terrorist, and then it just kind of goes nowhere. Yep. He's able to walk around free like nothing,
You would think like at a place like they know that he's in like California, and it's like you would think that they would send, APBs to like all of these big places of interest, especially this guy's supposed to be a domestic terrorist, and he goes to like whatever building that is, and it's just like whatever that big iconic building is, the like, kind of pyramid thing. Here's the thing for the thing. I was just like, really. I did like that. You just saved a life.
Whenever right at the beginning of that final battle or wherever Robotnik meets him, right whenever they get the rings or whatever, is like he surrounds them with all their drones or whatever, and he's like, okay, he's like, sends everything at him or whatever. What does Sonic do? He just like pushes him off the building or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm gonna save you guys. Boom. It's like what?
I like this. Like, you've taken a lover. What's her name? Or should we just call her Collateral Damage? I was like, dang. It's like, ooh, Robotnik's so bad.
Yeah, I know.
He's nasty. He a nasty
but he does
boy.
He does love them lattes though.
He does love those lattes. As someone who doesn't drink coffee, or very, very, very rarely drinks coffee, I guess I can understand. I don't know.
So you don't drink coffee, you drink Rectigino. It's like that sweet coffee.
I only drink Klingon Rectigino. If you want to hear some good Star Trek talk, stay tuned at the end of the episode.
Yep.
Talk a lot about stupid stuff.
About stupid stuff that's going to save the franchise.
We're going to save Star Trek. Ba-na-na-na. I don't know what that was from. I did love
no Star Trek series. I know.
Nope. I did love all of like the Sonic rings and everything like that. I thought that was good. All the noises that everything makes. Like when he grabs the coin with his quill as he's falling, it makes the coin noise. When they all like fall on the ground, it makes the noise when you lose all your rings. I was like, it's so good. Like all the little stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I know we were talking about like they changed the animation of Sonic and everything. I'm sure they had to sink in like however many millions of dollars to do that. But it's like the baseline of this movie here is like it would have been a good movie regardless.
Yes.
But I guess like the backlash of that design or whatever would have been along the lines of the opening weekend would have been along the lines of Birds of Prey, wherever it's like highly disappointing, you know.
Yeah.
But now it's like the.
Did you watch Birds of Prey?
It's like no,
no,
I haven't.
We'll talk about Birds of Prey.
I need to. Okay.
We'll talk about Birds of Prey. I'll give you towards the end. I'll give you my like issues with Birds of Prey, and then once you see it, we'll do like an actual episode of Birds of Prey.
Okay.
It's not anything where you gotta wait for it. Like if you want to wait till it comes out on Amazon Prime, you can do that.
Okay, so your rating is rent / wait for streaming.
It's definitely a rent / wait for streaming.
Okay.
You know, should we change? Can we change that, or do they still do that on like Double Toasted?
It's like they still do like rental and like absolutely bad movies. Wherever it's still some old BS or what have you.
Okay.
And then there's the ultimate one wherever it's like F you. They're still that.
Those are the best. They only do like one or two of those.
There's legit only like less than 2 handfuls, like 6 films or something like that. But usually they're usually like them like parody movies or whatever that all kind of went to hell after like 2006 or something.
Superhero movie got one, didn't it? It was either superhero movie or epic movie. One of the two of those got one for sure.
It would have been superhero movie because I think even you and I saw like epic movie or whatever. We actually had a few decent laughs out of it.
Yeah, you're right. But oh god, superhero movie. Ooh.
God, man.
Ooh.
It's the Friedberg and Seltzer, man.
Oh god, Meet the Spartans.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Kevin Sorbo.
Why Kevin Sorbo? Just stay with your Andromeda and Hercules money. You don't ever gotta do anything ever again.
Yep.
Oh god. Anyway, Sonic. But no, yeah, there was the bit with the turtle was a little cheesy, but I understand why they did the turtle.
Yeah.
It was cute.
The running with the turtle I thought was pretty funny. It's like because it's like fast as that turtle's ever gone or whatever. It's like and he's like shaking at the end of it. It's like
one of my absolute favorite parts was where Sonic's running, like when he's running the bases, and they do like a wide shot, and he's running so fast, and it does like the slow-mo run thing. I was like, if you could get me that, and get me that on a loop, and then let me put that over, because I've been wanting a nice like, not like oh my gosh, the ice cream guy is here. Dude, it's 6:01 on a Sunday. Stop. Sorry, I've been wanting like a panoramic something to go over my TV.
Yeah.
And if somebody could get me that, I would absolutely love that. Just like a loop of like that run over and over and over. Like I would find a way to like put that over there and just have that being looped the entire time, because I loved that scene. I thought it was done so well.
So you put a TV on top of your
I
TV to
put
just
a
loop
TV on top of the TV.
that just loops that thing
Just loops
forever.
it. That's what I want. But no, I loved, like there was stuff like that, like the underwear and the gym bag thing. That was one of the worst ones.
Yeah, it's a bad joke, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, like, what is this? We keep in here a box, like a jar of pickled farts, and I was like, brah. He eats the chili dog and then he farts, and I was like, that's a joke for children. I did like when he's sleeping, he's saying stuff, and like one of the things he says is like, "It's a chili dog. That's why my fart smelled." And I was just like, "That was good. That was good. The chili dog. That's why your fart smelled." And I was like, "That makes sense."
Yep.
Oh man.
It's a chili dog. I need a chili dog right now.
Well, in a couple weeks we'll get chili dogs.
All right, I'll take you to the local Sonic.
There's a Sonic?
I'll take you to the local. Yeah,
Bro.
Yeah. It's semi near O'Hare. Yeah.
Oh, am I flying to O'Hare or am I flying to Midway?
It's O'Hare would probably be closer.
Okay.
It's like it'd save you some money on an Uber.
Okay, I'll do O'Hare then. I'll change it. Yep. Southwest flies into O'Hare, right?
No, Southwest flies to Midway.
Oh, okay. Well, that's where I was going to get my tickets from, was Southwest.
Yeah. It's like, so yeah, if you fly Southwest and that's cheaper, it's like go ahead and go to Midway.
Well, it's not going to be cheaper because I'm flying from John Wayne and not LAX. So I'm flying from Orange County.
Why?
Because LAX is so far.
Just go over there. Shit. No.
Like, what do you mean just go over there? I live in Tustin, which is basically Irvine. If I was to drive over there and leave my car, hundreds of dollars. If I take an Uber over there,
hundreds of dollars.
Well, it's about $65.
$70. Yeah.
And I'm just like, ugh. Or I could do the convenience thing of fly out of the airport that is a good 10 minutes from my apartment.
Nah, man, it's too easy.
Well,
man.
I'll look at like United or something and see someone that flies into O'Hare and see if it'd be a little.
Yeah, it's
cheaper.
like, well,
I mean, I only do.
It all kind of depends, I guess. You know, it's like, so it's like you fly to Midway, and then you take an Uber. It's like, if depending on what like time you get in or whatever, it's like the Uber could be like $40, like it's like $40 or something. You know, so it's not bad. It's not too bad.
Lord of mercy. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off episode.
Yeah, we're gonna be at C2E2, guys. Come see us at C2E2, the Chicago Comic-Con Chicago Entertainment Expo. Is that what it stands for? C2E2?
I don't know.
We're gonna be at that thing, the big Chicago thing, and I'm gonna meet freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy on Friday. My favorite amateur wrestler.
Nice.
I've shown you the video of Orange Cassidy.
I don't think you have.
I think I may have. You probably didn't watch it. It was a while ago. My dude who keeps his hands in his pockets when he wrestles and like doesn't like punch or anything, and he like uses his feet and like barely kicks people. It's hilarious. Anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's a 1 minute Sonic, 4 minutes of BS.
Just like 90% of all of our podcasts.
Yeah, 1 minute of content, 2 minutes of Star Trek.
Yep, pretty much. But don't worry, guys. We saved all the Star Trek for the end, so you can listen to that or you can tune out.
We cut it all out of the episode and just put it at the end.
We've learned.
Yeah. We take criticism well, just like the Sonic
exactly.
People.
So over like the music, I thought the music was good. We got some Queen in there. I thought that was nice. Other than that, I mean, like I like the movie. I like the story. I thought that was good. I'm really interested into finding out what's up with those like echidnas trying to steal Sonic or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that to see what happens there. I'd like to think that, maybe like Longclaw had like a Chaos Emerald or something, and that's why they got her. I don't know.
Maybe.
That bit's a little bit weird. I'm interested to see who else they're going to bring into the world. I mean, we've got Sonic, we've got Tails. I'm wondering if they're going to bring anybody else. I'm wondering if they're going to bring Amy in, or if they're going to bring that like chipmunk girl that wore a vest in whichever Sonic that was. That's what I want.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they'll probably dial up more of the animated bits. I'm sure for the next one. That now that they already like made they've recouped their budget even like in the first weekend here. It's like
they made
there's for sure going to be a sequel.
$100 million.
Yep, on a $90 million budget. I'm sure they may have gone up with the. I don't know if that was before or after they did the redo of the design, but probably went up about $5 million maybe. So it's like you got it back.
Yeah,
you got your money back.
And it's like, and this is Sunday, and like, we haven't even gotten because it's I've got 6:00 on Sunday. So I mean, like, there's still stuff that's going to be out, and then we've got the whole holiday tomorrow. And this is just the first weekend, and I'm like, not bad. I think like it's like the highest for like a cartoon. I mean, a video game movie, something like that.
Yeah, that's what I seen headlines for that.
So it's like good for
a
you
couple hours ago.
guys.
Yeah.
I guess did it beat Detective Pikachu?
Yeah, I guess it must have.
I like Detective Pikachu. I like.
Some haven't seen it.
Really? Oh, I just like trash movies, I guess.
So you always recommend it to me, and I always say, "Yeah, I'll watch that."
And you never do. You know what's gonna happen? When I'm there on Thursday, we're gonna watch all the movies. Every movie that I've told you to watch that you've not, you're gonna watch it.
So no, we're gonna watch Sword Art Alakazamation just because you can't watch it.
I did watch it.
No, you didn't. I thought you said you don't get Cartoon Network
or
whatever
you
anymore.
bought me the movie. Oh, I'm sorry. I watched the movie.
Yeah, the movie. Yeah, it's like the season 3. You haven't seen.
Oh
it
yeah, no,
yet,
I've not watched that, but it looks bad.
Yep. No, it's actually really good.
We'll watch an episode of True, Oliver.
No,
but it's very much like Pokemon True. Like she gets 3 wishes, and like they all are like different little things, and they all do a specific task, and it's like. All right, zip, zap, zoom, I choose... I think she does, like, I choose you, and then she says its name, and it comes out, and it's like, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, all right, go do your thing, and it's like, blah, 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 and then it does a thing. Go listen to episode 200 from last week, where we talked about True and the Rainbow Kingdom.
Yep.
Fun time.
Even though that's in the future for us.
It's in the
listeners.
future for us, but in the past for the listeners.
Yeah.
It's like some Bill and Ted's going on, man.
Man, it's like this time travel junk, man. That messes with me.
We threw a ring somewhere. Oh, man. So, Oliver, if you were to rank this out of 5, what would you give it?
I give it 4. What I do batarangs?
Yeah, I think you do batarangs.
4 batarangs. Yeah, 4 batarangs out of 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a solid 4 Dipper Pines out of 5. There were my main criticism was it could have been longer.
I could see that. Yeah,
I think if it was longer, you'd be able to set up more of the comedy, set up more of the jokes.
Yeah, it's like the jokes for the most part they did work well, but it's like there's sometimes you need to let things breathe a little bit, which I could see that. So.
Yeah, it's like what's a bucket list? It's things you do before you kick the bucket. I've never kicked a bucket.
So neither have I. Luckily, that's what you should have said something like that.
I've also never kicked a bucket. Yeah. So I love this movie. It was great. I may see it again.
Yeah.
Just cause.
underrated sequence in the movie. I guess the rip off of Days of Future Past or whatever, like the
Which one? There were
Quicksilver
two.
bit. The Quicksilver bit in like the honky tonk or whatever.
Oh yeah, the bar. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. I did
that was
like
good,
that he ran into a boot.
Yeah.
It's funny. Oh man.
ZZ Top tribute band. You see their beards?
Yeah, I thought it was good. Like they do a lot of stuff. Like they do like, people are like going on like they're outraged about like it was product placement. The movie was Zillow and Olive Garden. I'm like, they mention Olive Garden twice. They mentioned Zillow once. They talk
like the Olive Garden bit, like with the app and stuff. Like that, you can say it was egregious, but it sets up the
end joke, and I loved it. I was like, because when you're here,
your family.
There you go. I thought that was great. I was like, good job. And then she was like Zillow, and I was like, so, like,
yeah.
What else are they gonna be like? Oh, I've been looking for apartments in. That's why I'm gonna go there with my sister to set up this part of the movie. I'm like, what? How else did you want her to get there? Just be like, oh, bye.
It's like, I guess they were expecting folks to just like make up a fake company or whatever, like Face Twit or something like that. But for apartments. She was
using Pied Piper. Actually, she can't use that. Oh, did you finish Did you finish Silicone?
That's actually one thing I need to do. So
Thursday, we're gonna watch all of Silicon Valley.
Oh God!
There's only like 6 episodes.
It's not this Thursday. It's next Thursday, right? You say it was like the 28th or
it'd be the 27th, I believe. Let's see. Okay, I get there on the 27th.
So not this Thursday, next Thursday.
Yes.
But I guess maybe this Thursday for the
this Thursday for everybody listening. So this weekend, everybody, we'll be at C2E2.
Goddamn time travel.
Oh, it's gonna be cray.
Yep.
But yeah,
blowing my mind over here, man.
So yeah, I thought that was good. Like I love the Olive Garden bit. They give him $50 to Olive Garden. I thought that was great. They did more like movie references than they did like product placement. Like they talked about Men in Black. They talk about Star Wars. They talk about Speed. Yeah. There was Naked Gun on. They do Keanu. Yeah. Like it's like they do a lot more of that stuff than they do anything else.
Mm-hmm. I was like, plus for the, I guess the Olive Garden bit or whatever it means, like it was, there was the joke there, but then I also took that as like, you'll take this $50 and keep your mouth shut, or we'll come by and we'll kill you.
Exactly. It's like, because it's one of those, like, he only said he had 2 things on his phone, like the apps that came with it and Olive Garden. So it's like, that means that the feds like hacked into his phone and saw the only other thing that he liked was Olive Garden. So I'm like, all right. Because I mean, because like that's also like the last conversation that he has with Pretzel Lady.
Yeah,
which I thought that was great. There's Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady. I did like when he's talking to Officer Sprinkles. Like it's just like that donut, and it's got like the mustache, but it's a sprinkle mustache. I thought that was great. I was like, dang, that's some Disney level stuff right there. I was like, dude, it was so good. Like they do so many cool, cute little jokes with this. Yeah, it's definitely a watch for me. But yeah, we'll be at C2E2. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Oliver will be there Saturday. And yeah, we're gonna have a fun time. Come see us. We'll have ASP swag, probably some buttons and some patches. I think Saturday we'll both wear ASP shirts. So, I got a new ASP shirt for you. Did I send you one?
No.
Okay, I think I have one for you. I don't think I ever mailed it. So yeah, I got an ASP shirt for you. So see us. We'll be wearing ASP shirts. Come get you stuff. We'll be there.
Alrighty.
We'll be hanging out with the Critical Role people. And at the Salem series booth, and I'll go see Orange Cassidy and get a picture with my hands in my pockets and sunglasses, because that's how he do. Go look up Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy, everybody. He's the best. You know what they yell out when he comes to the ring with a thing of Tropicana. orange juice. And whenever the audience, like when they cheer for him, they go freshly squeezed.
Oh my god,
it's amazing. He's the best. I'm gonna get one of his shirts. His shirt is a picture of him wearing a shirt with a picture of him wearing a shirt with a picture of him on it. Yeah. I'm like, love it. It's just so blasé. It's amazing. Anyway, yeah. So Oliver, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on the Twitters at oh where are you, one word, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep, you can email me, but so just DM me on Twitter if you really need to talk to me.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Josh Elkane. I don't think I like dragon fruit.
Don't like dragon fruit?
Yeah, that's what this drink is. The lemonade that's in there is really good, but I don't think I'm a fan of the dragon fruit mango part. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Josh Elkane. You can find the podcast on Instagram at Animation Station Podcast, on Twitter at Animate Podcast. All of our episodes are available on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, and on our website, animationstationpodcast.com. Ollie, thanks so much, man. I'll see you in like 3 days.
Yep. But really 10 days for me, but 3 days for you guys.
Time travel.
Time travel.
All right. So for the Animation Station Podcast, I'm Josh.
I'm Oliver.
Because when you're here,
it's been real slice.
I hate you so much, dude.
So you're gonna bleep the F word out, or are we just allowed to say it now?
Oh no! Oh shoot! I was gonna put this at the end of the episode, but then I said a wordy dirt.
5 seconds before that, or 10 seconds.
Nah, screw it. No, I just won't put it in.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and just start this thing. Jeez.
All right.
So
other shows that won't end. Berserk. It'll never end in our lifetime.
Maybe. Well,
man,
I'll never end in our lifetime either. Because George R. R. Martin's gonna die before that last book comes out.
Yeah, he'll get Winds of Winter come hell or high water, but I don't know about that last one.
Oh, God, it's gonna be so bad. It's just like, come on, man, just tell me how it ends. Like, you don't even gotta write the books. Just tell me. I won't tell anybody.
It's like just post the synopsis or whatever on Reddit, like the abstract or whatever.
You know what? I would love that if he just posted a synopsis. I'd be totally fine. I'd just be like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, then it's like you just gotta imagine the footsteps that everybody took in there.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the best part, and you're just like, oh, something got canned recently. What was
got canned?
It? Something got canned. Like some series got like the axe.
Was it the OA? That's been canceled.
You know what's bad? They canceled Santa Clarita Diet.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That was the worst thing. Oh, what were we wanting to... Oh, I think we talked a lot about Stargate last night. Gavin had 5 of his art pieces were put in an art show at Gallery Nucleus in Pasadena. So we went there and for his his little art thing, and it was really cool. And he did 5 like space prints. So he did one for Tron, one for Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, and then the other, not Battlestar Galactica, Stargate, and the other one was Space Mountain because he's a Disney nerd. So like, he did those, and it was really cool to go see everything. But then we just started talking about Stargate, and it was like, man, they should make a new Stargate. Like, I would love it. But we also talking about Next Generation because like they're watching through Next Generation.
Yeah,
because Gavin hadn't really seen a lot of Star Trek. So like they just finished DS9. I want to say like in November.
Okay.
So cool. he's working his way through TNG, and I think the episode they watched the night before was the one where like the game episode with Wesley, like when Riker comes back and he brings the cool little game thing.
Yeah, that like possesses everybody or
Yeah.
makes them slave to whoever.
Is that Ashley Judd? Who's in that?
Oh, was that Ensign Leffler or whatever
Yeah,
her name
yeah.
is?
I think it's Ashley.
Um,
Is it Ashley Judd?
I remember the character. I don't know what episode she appeared in. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
neither do I. Anyway, but yeah, like that episode, and I was like, you know what, I want, because like we were making fun, because Wesley literally goes and he's like, oh, like they kiss, and then she like kisses him on the transporter, and he's like, well, gotta go back to Starfleet, bye, friend, and then just leaves. And like we were just making fun. I was like, yeah, because Wesley gonna go back to college and get it at Starfleet. So we were
Yeah.
talking, and I'm like, you know what I want? CBS All Access. If you're listening, this is what I want. I no longer want like Picard and Discovery, right? I want I want a Star Trek that's like Starfleet, but it's just like the OC.
The OC Starfleet.
Like mixed with like Dawson's Creek. Like I want someone to go to college and be like, oh man, like I want it to be like, I don't know, like I want it to be crazy. I want it to be like Starfleet is this like party college where like all these different races get together, and for spring break they go to like Ryza.
I was like, it's like I'm having a hard time thinking about a good like college series. I guess now that I think about it, everything's either everything's like the OC or Dawson's Creek, or they eventually get to college, but they're not there initially. I guess you do the college years of Saved by the Bell college years. The one season that did in college.
Yeah, see, that's what I want. I think that would be freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
can you
do like How
imagine...
I Met Your Mother, but in college?
Yeah, like there'll be that weird episode where they're like, you know what we should do? We should learn the starburst maneuver.
Oh God. Just follow Wesley at Starfleet Academy or whatever. But it's like How I Met Your Mother or whatever.
See, yeah, I think that'd be amazing. It would be so good.
Then you have
the Travelers there.
Yeah, the Travelers there is like the guy that it's like it was Tom Paris before he became Tom Paris.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, stupid Tom Paris. Do you see what he did? Wesley never would have done the starburst maneuver by himself.
Yeah.
It's not starburst, is it? It's something. Is it starburst?
I think it was something starburst. It was like I forget what the full maneuver is.
I could call Charlie and ask.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not Tom Paris because he played Ensign Lucarno. That was his name.
He was then they were like Paris.
Yeah, it's like it changed him to Paris because they didn't want to pay the writer the rights to have that name for an entire show or something like that.
That's so dumb. I did like that they brought him back and were like, why are you in jail? Because you did some risky stuff in Starfleet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, brah.
It's like, just call me by my name. It's like, that's not your name anymore. You are Tom Paris. That's not. I don't care.
What was it like?
I'm Tom Paris now.
Wasn't like Omega Squadron? Is that what they were called? Something stupid.
Yeah.
And then didn't they came back in like DS9? Didn't they? For like a hot minute.
So that wasn't them. There was might as well have been them. That was like they were like in charge of the Valiant. Which was like a Defiant type battle cruiser or whatever. But yeah, they're pretty much cadets from. I couldn't remember if it was from that squadron, but some squadron that was basically like that or whatever. And then Nog was the one that had to save them all or whatever.
It was one of those when you're like, oh, so Starfleet is running out of everything, so they're just throwing cadets.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Good job, Starfleet. Maybe don't get into fights.
So Cisco, you got to get the runners in the war. Do it now. It's like somehow. It's like murder this guy. Okay.
Oh, the emissary.
The best Starfleet captain ever, man. It's like wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. Unlike Picard over here. Picard's a wuss, man.
Best captain ever was definitely James T. Kirk.
Nah, Captain Janeway.
I love Janeway.
I love Janeway too.
But see, it's one of those two. I'm just like, I really liked Archer too. Like when Archer was just being Archer, he was sassy. He got things done, and I'm just like, good for Archer.
Yeah, whenever that whole like 9/11 storyline or whatever happened or whatever, he's going in like interrogating folks and like beating the shit out of people and stuff.
It was like it's one of those like Enterprise was fantastic for about 3.5 seasons.
Yeah, it's like,
and then it was just like, boo! Like when they started bringing in the temporal Cold War and everything, and you're just like, no, you're done.
Yeah, I mean that was there at the first, you know. It was like,
yeah,
so it was
but
like
it wasn't as pronounced. Like they could have just ended it there.
Yeah.
Oh well. Say la vie.
Yep.
Give me a Star Trek like not like a raunchy Star Trek, but like a cool Star Trek. Because like Star Trek hasn't been cool for a while, and now that CBS has Star Trek all under one roof again, they just need to go like balls out with it, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's why I would like honestly, like what would be really cool, which they'll never do, is give me a Star Trek series that is basically a different crew every like 3 episodes. So like you have like 3 to 4 different crews from 3 to 4 different things. So like you've got one on a deep space research vessel. You've got one that's about these dudes on a space station. You got this one about dudes in the academy. And you got this other one that's like on like a neutral zone or something. And then like each episode you kind of like go to different ones. So it's never like the same thing unless you're doing like a 2-part episode.
Yeah.
And then you can like they don't even have to ever interact with each other. Just like or you could do like a cool Guy Ritchie thing where there's some random deep sea probe and it gets picked up and the deep sea guy, the deep space guys like find it and they're like, I don't know what this is. It's something weird. You know, send it back to, you know, Starfleet. And, like, the Academy dudes are, like, hacking around and they find it and they're like, what? And they send it off. Like, something like that. Give me something cool, you know? Just, like, do something that's, like, out of the box. Not just, you're on a ship. Have fun. There's a, you know, crazy threat. Just give me, like, day in the life of Starfleet type of thing.
It sounds like that animated show kind of that they got coming up might be up your alley on that.
But there's an animated show coming up?
Yeah, it's like Lower Decks or something like that. But yeah, like they basically it's kind of like that one Voyager episode wherever it's like all them like ensigns that don't really do anything or whatever.
Tuvok.
Yeah, it's basically like that, from what I hear, it's basically like that or whatever.
But
then also, I think Brian Fuller's initial pitch, I think for Discovery and stuff was basically supposed to be an anthology show or whatever. So it'd be a season that was one story, then they'd change it to a different time period or something, and then that'd be another story, and it'd be stuff like that. But that didn't catch on, I guess.
See, that stuff I like. Oh, well, we're gonna put this last like 5 minutes of the thing at the end of the episode.
Okay, it's like cut and paste toward the end.
All right, let's start.